Hey everyone, welcome to another unboxing. Today we are going to be looking at HiZ 150S earbuds. So these are probably not very well known earbuds, depending on how involved are you in the world of earbuds. But I have a 32 ohm version of this. This is actually series, so it's HiZ 150, 32. I think they have 320 and 650 ohm versions of this as well. So I have 32 already, and I was very impressed by them. They had great bass, great soundstage, everything great. And naturally I got interested in what 150 would sound like, and here they are. And this is 150S model. There's also a regular 150 as well. This is a more expensive model. So let's unbox it and let's see what's inside. All right, so originally they came with this tape on them, and I took it off so I wouldn't struggle with it on camera. So all you have to do now is just raise this up and look inside. So this is how they're packaged. This is a very well-known earphone case, pretty much included with all of them. So let's see what else is in there. Nothing else in the box, so let me put it aside. Now let me open this up, take this off. Don't need this plastic anymore. Let me take out this earbuds. I have to be careful. Don't want to pull on them too hard. There's one. And here's another. Okay, so this is just a foam, so let me put this aside as well, like that. So if we open up this case, which is it's weird that this lip is pulled over like that, but let's open it up all the way. Inside there is your usual, first of all, the case. This is a very well-known case. You can buy it on its own. I'm gonna fix this later. Let me put this aside. Nothing to see. I'm sure you've seen that case before. Let's open and see what's included. So we get this foam covers, which is very odd packaging, I have to say. They usually are packaged separately, but they are all packaged with the earbud, with this earbud. So here is the earbuds themselves. Nothing here. Now let me show you the earbuds up close. Pretty typical packaging. They're usually being held by this wire. I'm not a fan of this. I've mentioned this several times in my videos, but let me get rid of this. So here they are. I don't think there was a color option on this. I think they come in with this black braided cable. This cable looks like it's the same as what you would get on Fengu and Fengu EMX 500 or HiZ EMX 500, but this is actually a different cable. It's braided differently. I'm not sure if you can tell. So this is the connector on the end, 3.5 millimeter with the logo. There's no model designation, no nothing. The only way you know it's 150S model is by this connector right here. Here is the split stopper. The split stopper looks like exactly the same as you get on EMX 500, the Fengu version. And finally, the very familiar MX 500 shells. I hope you can see them. There you go. So typical MX 500 shells, left and right. Let me get them in correct order. So if you are familiar with MX 500, this is nothing new. The covers, the fronts are also very familiar as well. I'm sure you've seen them. If you're familiar with earbuds on any level, I'm sure you've seen this. So yeah, typical MX 500 shell. They are shiny. They have this HiZ logo on them, and they look like they're good quality. Like the design is the same, but I think manufacturers manufacture this shells themselves, and this one looks shiny and looks like good quality anyway. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna listen to them and I'm gonna report back on what they sound like. Alright folks, time for impressions. Now, if you've seen my review of HiZ 32s, you'll know just how much I loved those earbuds. I mean, and I still do. They're awesome, and I really enjoy them. So naturally, when I bought 150Ss, I expected something to be better, so like further improvement over the much cheaper 32s. But unfortunately, when I listened to this for the first time and compared them to 32s, which I have right here, I could not detect any difference between these ones, which are much cheaper, and those ones, which are much more expensive. The only difference that was obviously noticeable is that the sound on this was lower because they are 150 ohm, so you need to increase the volume a little bit to match the 32s. And eventually I was able to find the difference between them two and adjust the volume so I could actually compare the quality of sound. And this ones and 32s are offer the same awesome sound signature. So these are really awesome earbuds. I love them, and the sound signature and everything is very unique to this line, I think. Well, I've only listened to 32s and 150Ss, but they sound the same VW type of a shape of sound and tuning, and both are good. But of course, the 32s cost me €5, and this one's cost 35. So that's 7 times the difference. And is it 7 times better? No. In fact, once I listened to them a little bit more, I found small difference between this ones and 32s, and that difference is in bass. These ones have more bass in them, and the problem with that is that for me personally is that that bass leaks into mid-range a bit on this one. So this ones have a thicker sounding mid-range, which to me I don't like that. I prefer more maybe a thinner sounding mid-range, but more clearer feeling mid-range. Like this have a more thicker sound in the mids, and this ones have the less bass, but the mids, in my opinion, on this ones are cleaner, and I prefer this over this. So what's the main difference between these two? I'd say the main price difference is in the cable. Like the cable on this is very nice, but to be honest, like while the cable is nice, like this is you'll find this cable in other earbuds as well. It's offered on many budget earbuds, and the other difference is that the shell on this is shiny, and the 32s have more matte looking. Like you can say this looks cheaper, but on the other hand, like who cares, because the sound, I actually prefer the sound on the cheaper model. Let me show you them from the side. So yeah, this has more glossy look, more premium, more expensive look, but at the end of the day, it's the sound that matters, and the cheaper one is the one I would recommend you personally. Like if you like mid bass, and if you want even more bass than this ones, you can watch my review for like a full breakdown of the sound of this, because this ones actually sound very, like you really have to pay attention to tell the difference between these two, which is also disappointing because I expected this for the price to just blow this away, but they didn't. Yeah, similar sound, that VW shape, awesome. This one on their own, if you've never heard of this, if this didn't exist, this would be awesome earbuds, and I would recommend you them without hesitation. Like you have to have this in your collection. But since this exists, and I prefer a little thinner sounding 32s, I would recommend you this earbuds instead of this ones. So that's my conclusion on the sound of this earbuds. I have a nice review on the TY32s. If you want to check this out, I talk more about the way they sound and how different they're sounding compared to more normal sounding earbuds like EMX 500s. But yeah, that's it. And go with 32s. That's my recommendation to you. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.